what it means to be an American. America is freedom, and freedom is special and rare.
We, the people of this great nation.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
We, the people of this great nation.
Good morning, my fellow patriots. I hope everyone is having a wonderful start to the week. I know things are crazy. Everything seems out of control. Conspiracies are flying everywhere. But one thing is certain. We are at war. We are at war with big tech. We are at war with our fellow neighbors. We are at war with the government. We are at war with everyone. This is not... We're in a position right now in our country that everything is so divided that we can't turn to anyone because we can't trust anyone. And that is a sad time in history when you see that your closest friends become your rivals just because they don't agree with you politically. I don't mean we're at war in a sense where we got to grab our rifles and get out there and start fighting. I mean we are at war amongst each other. We're being duped from both sides. Democrats and Republicans are like. I will tell you, big tech is becoming, they are the biggest threat to this country. Ron Paul wrote a piece on how bad big tech is, and they banned his Facebook account. Ron Paul, okay? Let this sink in as we start realizing what we're going through in this country. All the situations that are occurring in this country. We got the hypocrite, Andrew Cuomo, who from one side is suddenly changing his tune and saying that we have to open up businesses. This is what we have to do, but the safe way. And he's being praised. I tweeted back to him and I told him, my friend, the damage has been done. You're a little late. I mean, what, you decided to do this now? Now is when you suddenly got your head out of your ass after you destroyed millions of people's fucking livelihoods and killed thousands because of your careless acts. So all these things are unfolding. We're seeing everything happening in this country, and we don't know what to believe. We don't know where to believe. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist. I've said it many times on this show, but some things are just really weird. And at some point you have to acknowledge that some of these conspiracy theories that are floating out there have some truth to them. Maybe not to the fullest extent, but the possibility is there. And I hate to sound like if I'm part of any group like QAnon or anything. I am not. I am simply a person, an American, a patriot that loves this country, that wants to report in an honest way and wants to talk to Americans like a fellow American. I'm not politically correct. I'm not a person that is a professor or an intellect. I am a person that uses common sense politics. And I use my gut feelings in a lot of things. And a lot of things are not feeling right now. A lot of things just don't feel right. There's a lot of weirdness going on. And it's starting to feel almost like we're on the verge of something happening. I don't know what it is. And I believe strongly that everyone can't be wrong either. Right? So you have, I would say maybe millions of people that believe there's some sort of thing going on behind closed doors. And to discredit those people would be me being as hypocritical as the left discrediting me for believing that the elections were fraudulent, or anybody that believes the elections were fraudulent. So, that being said, there's several different rumors floating around. Apparently, Pelosi was full of shit. Donald Trump called her bluff. Doesn't seem like she's planning on pursuing impeachment. Don't know why. Twitter is on a rampage. They suspended more than 70,000 QAnon-linked accounts. stuff is going crazy. Amazon shut down Parler. In Voice of America today, we saw Secretary Pompeo blasting at the censorship. People are waking up. And for those liberals who listen to me, don't think they're not coming for you too. Now Facebook has a huge plan. This is their plan. They will eliminate all the stop the steal content before the Biden inauguration. Now tell me, where have you ever heard of a platform that people are supposed to be able to freely speak, censoring Americans from writing what they believe? Sounds kind of weird, right? Like they're protecting Biden as if they're trying to make us think he's legitimate. Man, oh man, do I hope and pray that Mark Zuckerberg and Dorsey both get indicted and go to federal prison for a long time. These are two powerful men, including Bezos as well. 3 powerful men that literally can control this entire country. They have everyone in their pocketbooks. All of them are getting written checks by them. I'm not trying to be Alex Jones. I'm just being a realist, man. From the outside looking in, this just doesn't feel right. Nothing about 2020, about the COVID reporting, about the election, just everything in general doesn't feel right. And that's my opening statement. I have, of course, my co-host and good friend, Dr. Q. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
How are you?
Doing great. I'm doing great. So,
Okay, first, let's
Number
talk.
one.
How's the weather in Philly?
it's great. It's great.
Before you get in
Anyway.
attack mode with me. Number 1, Trump didn't lose. Number 2, Trump is going to be president of the United States. Number 3, it's
That's definite.
fact. It's fact. Go ahead.
Well, number one, what did they have? The articles of impeachment today, or what was it? Was
She
it something else, right?
backtracked. She backtracked.
Okay, so she didn't show up today, right?
I've been hearing that she didn't show up to the floor.
Man,
I've been seeing something along those lines, but she definitely backed off.
well, she didn't want. She wasn't there. Okay, I heard she got arrested. So I don't know how true that is.
Come on, man.
I'm not saying it's fact because I don't know. But I know for a fact we 100%. Trump definitely signed the Insurrection Act 100%, and everything was go today. Today in the afternoon,
Hello?
whatever they were doing, they did it. They didn't. Obviously, it's most likely not finished completely yet, but it definitely went on. Definitely popped off today.
Where's your resource? Where are you getting your source from?
Know where I get my resource from.
No, I mean, I want you to say it's not resources, sources.
I'm not going to say who it is. I'll say it's top military. So that's what I will say.
I mean,
And
can
it's
you?
100% fact.
I mean, you always say it's 100% fact. I don't want to mislead
I don't always
people.
say it. Did I say that Pelosi was fact? No, because I don't know. But this is fact from my reliable military source. So
Again,
it's
I've
fact.
been, listen, that's another thing that I've been going through, guys. I apologize. I have very lousy sources apparently this year. I mean, every single person that's been giving me all my so-called sources have been wrong every single fucking way. I've looked like a complete and utter idiot. Now, I will tell you something that I found to be extremely odd was that Donald Trump was supposed to speak today. First, he was supposed to speak at 1:30. Then they moved, and I saw this with my own eyes. This isn't conspiracy. This isn't craziness. And then it got moved to 3 o'clock. And then it got moved to the following day at 3 o'clock. I don't know what's going on there. Trump's been in the dark. Apparently, him and Mike Pence have met today. They had some sort of meeting today. Not sure. I mean, obviously, we don't know what happens behind closed door. President Trump approves an emergency declaration for D.C. ahead of Biden inauguration. I don't understand, and this is public knowledge. So I don't understand how you think he did the Insurrection Act, yet he is approves an emergency declaration for D.C. ahead of Biden inauguration. And then he's also talking to Congressman McCarthy, telling him that he feels a little bit to blame, like that he
And where you
bears
getting
some.
your information from?
I'm getting my information from Fox News,
Okay.
the same news network that you admired literally 2 months ago.
Yeah, and they've been debunked like recently, so I don't trust any.
Tell
of
me,
those,
tell me where they have been debunked.
There's. I'm saying I don't trust any of those news medias now. I don't believe one thing they're saying anymore. Really don't. I called CNN today. What was he saying? It was just complete fake. I could not believe it. I was like, wow. Damn. I forget. I really forget what it was. I'm sorry. But what I just stated was definite from a military source, and it definitely went on today, this afternoon. Definitely, 100%.
You're telling me that you believe the Insurrection Act
Yes.
was put into place.
Yes. The military was in sync with each other, and everything popped off today, this afternoon.
When you say everything popped off, what does that mean? You have to elaborate.
They were all together in different countries, wherever they are, and they all went at the same time.
Went at the same time where?
They're all in different countries. Whatever forces, whatever the forces they have to take care of it, they're in different countries taking care of whatever the situation is, and they're all in sync doing it at the same time.
What does that have to do? Do you know what insurrection is?
I know exactly what insurrection is.
Explain it to me.
It's an insurrection act, not insurrection. It's when he brings the military.
No. Oh my God. Do you know Do you know what the Insurrection Act is?
Yes, I know exactly what it is. Why? Tell me what it is. If
you're telling me that they're in sync. They're in sync.
No.
Right now, that they're in sync right now, all around the world, running an operation. When the Insurrection Act needs to take place on U.S. soil. So that is why I don't understand what you're saying.
No,
because
the Insurrection Act gives the authority to bring the military in.
The military
wherever you're going. It's an act of war.
It's exactly domestic and foreign. You're correct. But in this case, the news that has been reporting that he would be using the Insurrection Act would be in reference to voter fraud. And he would be invoking the Insurrection Act in order to get into these states that committed the fraud, the election fraud that went on in this cycle. So why wouldn't we have military personnel here in the United States? Why is it abroad?
It's everywhere. It's not just. It's everywhere. It's not just the United States. It's outside the United States, and it's in the United States.
Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.
Do you feel homeless in today's American political world? Not really into either candidate or party? Guess what? You're not alone. Join me and others just like you across this great country for a discussion of politics from a viewpoint that you can't find in today's media. The Middle. I'm your host, Brian Grozier, and I invite you to join in on the discussion by downloading and listening to the Middle American Podcast.
I mean, the only thing that I can that I can actually confirm with you, there has been several different sightings of military personnel. It doesn't seem like it's the National Guard because they are caravans with armed troops.
Yeah.
These are not people that are carrying pepper spray. These are not people that are National Guards. These are military personnel. There has been sightings of airplanes all over. Donald Trump, I did confirm he is in Texas. So some of these dots are being connected. I just, to say that he did the insurrection, it's hard to believe. And the reason I say it's hard to believe because of everything else that's being reported. Again, when you look at things, you have to look at everything that's being reported at one time. So what you do is you gather information from different outlets. You go to the extreme right, you go to the extreme left, you go to the regular mainstream media that's a bunch of liars, and then you put it all together and you kind of try to come up with a conclusion, which is what I've done. Trump has been speaking to several different people with different plans of opening up his own platform, his own Twitter type platform called Freedom, I think. He's been talking to senators. He's been talking to this people. It seems like he's given up. That is what I am.
Has to seem that way.
What's that?
It has to seem that way, so they don't know what's going on.
Okay, so you're gonna know what's going on, and you're gonna and I mean, me as a regular person that sees everything that's going on has already assumed that it feels like something is up. You think that the rest of the senators in the Congress doesn't feel the same way?
I'm not saying anything. All I'm saying is maybe they know they can't say anything. Obviously, you have to wait until it's all over.
I mean, I just don't see substance to this. I don't see the meat. Like, I don't see the meat to this. Like, I don't see where I haven't
That's
seen
what covert operations are.
I haven't seen.
You don't see it.
Okay, yeah, I don't see it, but how in the world do you see it? Or how do you know it?
I saw it. I told you.
I mean, I know who your source is. I understand who your source is.
They're not.
But a lot of what you are reporting is being stated on Facebook right now. You can log into Facebook.
Go ahead, check it.
Everybody's saying it.
I want to debunk you. I want to debunk you right now. Go ahead, say it. Do it right now.
What?
Do it.
Do what?
Anything I said, other than the Insurrection Act.
What else have you said? I mean, you've said.
I said it popped off already. It already started.
Nick, a friend that I know, I'm gonna call her Nikki. She's been posting that since as of 6 hours ago. She posted it on her Facebook page. She does have a lot of sources though too. She does
Show
have.
me. Let me see it because I'm on Facebook right now. Let me see it.
I can't tell you her information. We're live, buddy.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna give you one of my sources' personal information live.
Text me it right now. I'm gonna debunk you right here now.
I think her profile's private, but I will text you right now.
Yeah,
she has been on point with everything. She's just like you. She's just like you. She's not.
But I'm not like me because I'm doing research, Jay. I got a definite 100% reliable source. You know who my source
so
is?
does she. She has sources within the
really?
government. She works for a major news agency that broke a huge story. That was a story against a prominent figure's son. That's all I can say. And I think people can piece the puzzles there.
So
let me just tell you this much. I was sent yesterday. I have not touched the link. I have not. Let me tell you how strong my sources is. I have access to Hunter Biden's laptop. I can get into Hunter Biden's laptop right now and see everything. I'm talking about every single accusation, everything.
My friend saw his video.
Yeah, the problem is it's not just that. I can see everything. I'm talking about everything. It's every single thing. And the problem is with situations like that, I'd rather just keep it to myself. I'm not going to touch the link because unfortunately there's child pornography and there's a bunch of different things in there. And I'm not going to get myself involved in any of that shit. But I've had sources send it over to me.
So let me ask you something. There's like 10 of her. What does she look like, you know?
Of course I know how she looks like. I know her in person. I can tell you this. She's pretty hot.
Can you send me her profile?
She's pretty hot.
Dark hair?
No.
Okay, what color hair?
Blonde. So that being said, to my listeners out there, there's a lot of crazy shit going on right now. We don't know what is really going on, what is not going on. And Joe Biden seems to just be a nuisance. He just seems to be an idiot, a rambling idiot.
Private.
He's a rambling idiot. I mean, I just can't even describe him in any other which way. I mean, that guy stands up there and he says exactly what Trump's already done. He's just a moron. For anybody who voted for Biden out there, I mean, seriously, you just voted against yourself. I don't understand. You've got to be really, really, I mean, you've got to be stupid. I'm sorry to tell you like this, but you've got to be stupid to vote for a man like this. Only for a man that's senile. And I'm going to tell you somebody who I have massive respect for. Elon Musk has become single-handedly my hero. That guy is my hero. See, because the difference between Elon Musk and these cocksuckers in Silicon Valley like Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, this guy is actually like in another world. I heard him on the Joe Rogan show. I mean, that guy is so intelligent. The guy is just so, he couldn't even get high. They tried to get him high and they tried to get him to smoke weed and it doesn't affect him. This guy is like, his mind is like he's trying to go to Mars. He's trying to discover the ocean. Like he's trying to do things that will change the world, that will make the world a better place, this country a better place, that will move us forward in technology. Whereas these other assholes are just making millions of dollars, billions of dollars of crap off a platform where people tweet. To be honest with you, I don't even get on fucking Twitter. The only reason I got on Twitter was to see what Donald Trump was saying. So there goes that. They just lost a Twitter guy because I'm not going to be getting on Twitter. Don't even fucking follow me on Twitter because I don't get on. I don't get on. I get on Facebook only to keep in touch with family. I've already started unfriending everybody. And let's not forget, they took a huge hit today. Twitter took a huge hit. Their stocks dropped 11%. That is a lot. That is a lot of money Twitter lost today. Good job, Dorsey. You're really being smart about it. This was a recent tweet that came out from Elon Musk. He wrote, "A lot of people are going to be super unhappy with the West Coast high tech as the de facto arbiter of free speech." And then look at what he wrote back. He wrote back, bro, this guy, he's got balls, man. He goes, "This is insane at Jeff Bezos. Time to break up Amazon. Monopolies are wrong." Dude, this guy is going full throttle, and this isn't a force to be reckoned with. Elon Musk is not a force to be reckoned with. You're not talking about some regular rich guy across the street. You're talking about the elite of the elites. And a brain beyond comprehension. Because, I mean, let's be real here. What Facebook's done, Twitter's done, it's not very original. Platform where you can fucking talk and post pictures. Really think about this for a second. He just stole MySpace and made it better. That's what Mark Zuckerberg did. And Twitter, whatever. They made it from it started off as just typing little notes and just being able to tweet out a message. And then it got more sophisticated as time went on. But these guys are no geniuses. These guys just came up with a good idea. And simplicity sometimes works for the American people and for people in general. It was a simple platform to use that anybody can do it. Even a caveman can do it. So therefore, people got intrigued and it became a popular thing. But now they're using their power against a sitting president of the United States, against congressmen, against senators, against Ron Paul, a man that's respected by many, the father of Rand Paul. People, wake up. This is a war against America. These people are creating a narrative. They're not being truthful. They're creating the narrative that they want us to know. They want us to be misinformed. They want to dictate the news that's heard. They want us to hear what they think is the news that's going on, or what they want the news to be, or what they want American people to think is going on, and keep us all in the dark. This is extremely dangerous. I'm sorry if I sound like a fucking broken record, but this is a fight, and we've got to continue to fight for platforms like Parler. And this can't go on in this country where big tech just squashes on the smaller companies because they are supporting right-wingers. Let's look at what they're doing to right-wingers right now, to conservatives. You have a MAGA hat on, you better be careful if they catch a picture on you on Facebook. You're going to get fired. They are trying to retaliate on anybody who supported Donald Trump. So they're retaliating against 75 million people, and they think that we're just going to sit back and allow it? Now, everybody wants to play the blame game on the Capitol, blame Donald Trump for what occurred in the Capitol. Let's be real here. Let's be 100% real here. First and foremost, the left didn't give a flying fuck about cops a month ago. They did not give a flying fuck about cops. They were the party that was promoting defund the cops. Now suddenly they're, a cop was killed. Oh my God, the world is ending. The same people that showed no respect to cops allowed cops to be abused verbally, physically in the streets. And to top things off, they were killing their morale by defunding them and villainizing them in the eyes of the American people. But now they care about about police officers. They don't really obviously care about police officers. It just fits their narrative. Now, it's kind of ironic. I look through these pictures and I'm looking at the people that stormed the Capitol building. They make it look like it was an act of war and it was a coup. A coup doesn't have 30 people inside the Capitol building. Just so you know. It would have hundreds of thousands of people inside there. There was plenty of people that were standing outside because they knew it was wrong to go in there. But that being said, it almost looked like they were taking a tour of the Capitol. They were even following the little road of the little velvet pathway. So most of them didn't even pass through the pathway. That does not look to me like a hostile takeover of the Capitol. A lefty today actually debated me and told me, what, AOC, Nancy Pelosi, they would have been dead. And I was thinking to myself, give me a fucking break. As if people do not know that there's underground tunnels in the Capitol building and people are more than safe. My big question isn't that. My big question is, why did the Senate and Congress deny for the National Guard to arrive? They refused to accept the National Guard. So that's something that really gets in my head, and I start thinking to myself, why wouldn't they want the National Guard? Why wouldn't they be prepared for this? I mean, we know people on emotion react irrational. So Trump announced this about a month ago prior to the event. They knew people were going to be riled up because of the election fraud that occurred in this election. And yes, there was election fraud, and I'll keep saying it. I don't give a fuck. Joe Biden is an illegitimate president-elect because he's still not president. He's president-elect, if that's even a position. So I sit here and I look and I try to let all this sink in, and I try to come up with these conclusions. I go back and forth. I argue with Dr. Q. I go back and forth on what I feel because I'm hopeful. Again, I'm just like any other American. I want Trump to win. I want Trump to win because I know he won. And it sucks to be on the losing end of the stick when you know you got cheated out of your vote. Dr. Q, is there anything you want to throw in there?
Yeah, did you look at Pompeo's Twitter today?
No, elaborate. What did he say?
Well, I heard Sidney Powell was in court today. It wasn't for her lawsuit, and go look on his Twitter right now. I
can't get into his Twitter because I forgot my username and password.
It doesn't matter. Just type in Secretary Pompeo Twitter on the.
I mean, I don't. That's how little I use Twitter. That's how little I use Twitter that I don't even have it logged into my computer.
Just do it real quick.
Secretary, we cut off funding. Okay. And what am I looking for here? I'm on his page.
What do you say?
Looking forward to my upcoming trip on January 13th to the 14th to Brussels to reaffirm the deep and enduring partnership between the U.S. and Belgium.
What big picture do you see right there?
As a UN's largest contributor, I put U.S. taxpayer and American interest first.
Who's in the picture?
Barack Obama, Kerry, Rice, and I don't know who the other lady is.
I don't either.
The UN without American leadership equals rampart anti-Semitism, CCP propaganda, waste, fraud, abuse. We can't afford to return to.
Do you think if you put two and two together, what the real situation really is?
I mean, it's very odd that he would put this picture, to say the least.
Exactly. So what do you think, dude?
I mean
I think they're in court.
and I mean it's apparent. Huh? What's that?
I think they're in court. They don't look too happy.
No, this isn't in court. This was at UN. This was at a UN. At a UN. Don't you see that?
Yeah, it's not going to be a court like that. It's a tribunal. It's going to be military.
No. It's this picture was taken at the UN. At the UN when they had a UN assembly. This is not a court. This is not a new picture.
You're 100% fact on that?
I'm
No,
pretty,
you're not.
I'm pretty sure it is.
No. What does it say? Republic of. What does that say? Can't read it.
Republic of Korea.
Yep.
This is at the UN.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, I
I
think what Pompeo's trying to say here is that these people are all involved in fraudulent and abuse. I mean, that's what he's showing a picture of them in the UN and showing corruption. That's his way of showing corruption. But that's I don't know. I mean, look.
I know.
The interesting part that I find, I didn't actually find that part so interesting as much as I found looking forward to the upcoming travel to January 13th to the 14th to Brussels, considering that 6 days later, supposedly, Joe Biden's going to be inaugurated. So Why would he continue? I mean, I know he continues his job all the way to the 20th, but why continue to push forward unless you're very confident about something? Again, I don't.
They're trying to. It's just like social media is doing. They're trying to give people no hope. They want to try to destroy your morale.
Nancy Pelosi has 6.3 million followers. That is pathetic.
I think she's in jail, Jay.
Wednesday, as of 5 hours ago, she posted, Wednesday's attack on democracy was intended to scare us away from carrying out our duties as the people's representatives. We will not let them succeed.
They don't have representatives putting that stuff on? Come on.
She was showing pictures of what they did. I mean, this has to be a fucking joke if she thinks that this is so much damage. It's a couple dirty chairs. I mean, Nancy, you're a fucking joke.
Like I said, I forget what I saw it somewhere saying that they picked her up at the border today or last night. I'm not saying it's true or not. I'm just saying,
I mean, look, again, I can't go based on these factless claims. I can't.
Nobody's saying to do it.
Getting America, look at the dumbass shit Joe Biden's saying. Getting America vaccinated will be one of the greatest operational challenges we've ever faced, but my administration will spare no effort to get it done. Yeah, so who got the vaccine done? You fucking cocksucker. Now you're trying to act like you're taking the lead, like you're going to be the one that's saving America. This is so ridiculous. It's so fucking ridiculous. In my mind, this is a performance of a senile clown, and they've called Donald Trump the clown. No, this is a clown, and his cabinet is the fucking circus. Mind you, a guy that has 23.7 million followers. Donald Trump had 88.8. He doesn't even have close to the followers. I think that's about how many people voted for him in this election. 23.7 million. I mean, this is just ridiculous. I mean, for people to believe that this clown is actually a legitimate president. I mean, these people are disgusting. These people are disgusting. As I said in my opening statement, we are at war. This is good versus evil. And I hate to be repeating something that Dr. Q said, because he's been telling me this. He's been preaching this shit to me for months now. But I've come to the conclusion this is good against evil. And they're turning Americans against each other. They want the left to be against each other. They want division. We don't have to hate our fellow neighbor just because of their political stance or where they stand politically. Most people don't want what these people's agenda is. These people most Americans are being duped into thinking that these people are going to make the country into a different type of country. And they don't realize what these people are doing is this is a power grab. This is them trying to empower themselves and put themselves in positions where they get wealthier. This is all a money game. This is all about money. This has nothing to do about the American people. And that is sad. And this is what we should be concerned about. The fact that we have these people in office and they're doing absolutely nothing for the American people. They fed us a petty $600 check and then gave themselves a raise. Did you know that in both stimulus packages, they both signed in there in the stimulus package to give themselves salary wage increase? Yeah, they did it in the first one because they needed extra money in order to be able to do their job because of the COVID crisis and be able to handle it from their home. Apparently those salaries, though, weren't enough. They had to increase it the second round. Do you wonder ever why these hypocrites like AOC says, how do you expect us to read a 4,000-page, I forgot how many pages it was, 4,000, was it 8,000, 4,000, how many pages was it?
It's 5,000 something.
5,000 pages of a law, of a package in such little time. This is so uncalled for, da-da-da-da-da-da. But she signed it. She signed it. She went ahead and signed it. Only 10 senators deflected from it. Descended from it or whatever. Just keep that in mind. Rand Paul was one of them. Rand Paul called it. Rand Paul, as much as people dislike him, I love Rand Paul. Rand Paul actually said this is literally a socialist package. And this is exactly what every Republican was saying that they didn't want to do, and now they're doing it. Do you not find this weird that they release a stimulus after supposedly President Joe Biden or President-elect Joe Biden won the election or cheated the election, however you want to look at it? There is no coincidences in life. This was pre-planned. And I hope from Dr. Q's mouth to God's ears, Donald Trump really did that. Am I confident he did that? Not really. Do I think there's a chance that he did it? Yeah, there's a chance. Why not? I mean, again, there is right now a war, a domestic war going on. Big tech has teamed up with the left. And we know there's corruption within, and we know that they committed corruption during the election. And Donald Trump has been claiming voter fraud and claiming all these different things. So he's in his right to battle this out. Now, I don't know whether he'll win. I don't know whether he really did do the Insurrection Act. I'm just going by what Dr. Q said. And I'll let you guys determine whether you think he's right or wrong. Either way, we should know by tomorrow if he's wrong.
I'm right.
I mean, you're just saying you're right, but I mean, should we know by tomorrow?
I have no clue. I mean, don't know.
I mean, I don't understand. Time keeps on ticking. Time keeps on ticking and nothing's happening.
Into the future.
Okay, listen, your voice is horrible.
Come on, man.
I mean, look, my suggestion to people is be ready for what's coming. Think the worst, expect the worst, and hope for the best. Expect Donald Trump to be walking out of office, but pray that he doesn't. So if all these conspiracy theories and all these theories I'm not gonna call them all conspiracy theories. And all these theories are, how about allegations? How about that? Or claims that certain events occurred don't affect you if they didn't really occur. Because my friend here, Dr. Q, has placed several different bets with different people that Donald Trump will be president of the United States. This man will, by the time that he's done with his bets, he is going to end up bankrupt. And then he's going to have to go chase down his source and tell him, hey, listen, dude, because of you, I betted all this money. You owe me some money because I got to pay these people. I even took a bet with him. I placed a bet $1,000 that Donald Trump will not be reelected. That will be the best $1,000 I will ever lose if I lose this bet. I want my president in office. I want the duly elected president. I know he is the duly elected president. And unfortunately, the Democrats once again outsmarted the dumbass Republicans, because Republicans just take the hits and don't defend the American people. And that is a fact. They pretend to, but they don't do anything. It's all bark and no bite. Lindsey Graham is the perfect example. He is the perfect actor. You see him there acting and performing for us like a Tom Cruise. Well, not even, because that's more like an Anthony Hopkins performing on there, pretending like he cares so much. And then he goes and he'll have a couple of drinks with those same people he got into arguments with. And this is the problem that we have in America, that these people at some point in time, they forgot who they served. And apparently we're going to have to teach them a little lesson and tell them and show them who they serve. And I don't mean violently. I mean by getting them the fuck out of office, voting them out. Unless Donald Trump passed the Insurrection Act and then Dr. Q is correct on everything he's saying, and his insanity is correct, then these people all be behind bars. Either way, we got to do something about it. This can't go on. This can't continue to go on. They will be treating us like shit for the next 4 years. They will be trying to censor us everywhere. They're trying to do it to me right now on my Twitch platform, which is fine. I stream live. I'm getting more views than ever. I mean, I will tell you, a lot of people are trolling me, but a lot of people are seeing that I'm standing up for Trump, and a lot of people are supporting me in a liberal platform. It's hard to do what I do, and I show my face. I'm not a keyboard warrior. I'm not afraid of anybody. I will show my face. I'm not afraid of anybody. And the day that somebody tries, or the day that I am not allowed to express my First Amendment right, is the day that I'm 6 feet under. Because I will fight for that right till the day I die. Nobody will ever censor me. Nobody will ever quiet me. They maybe kick me out of their platform. Yeah, can't control that because it's not my company's. But I will continue preaching the good word in every single platform I can find out there, and I will not stop until my message is heard. Dr. Q, aside from that, do you have any other late-breaking news, or is that all you have?
I thought that was pretty decent news. So.
Yeah, I mean,
I still stand by, that I don't think these people died in the Capitol Hill.
Yeah, that was already confirmed. I mean, they did autopsies and everything on the body.
Well, I didn't see that, so show me that, because I don't believe it.
Oh my God! Listen, there's a point where you start getting me there. There's a point where you start getting me that I start getting a little bit convinced with your crap, and then you go and you say something like this.
I mean, show me the proof. I didn't see the proof. Like real proof.
I mean, there's a video of the girl gushing blood out of her nose and her mouth. I mean, I don't understand what more proof.
No, that's not. No, that looks fake to me. A lot of people say the same thing.
A lot of people.
Linwood.
A lot of people. I don't give a fuck what Linwood has to say. Are you hearing his podcast, legit. Fireside Talk? Because he'll post,
legit, man.
He'll post some crazy shit, and then 10 minutes later, he'll be posting, "Listen to me today on Fire Chat Watch." Whatever. Well, what happened to you the other day with Donald Trump? With Donald Trump Jr.? What happened? Did you get the late breaking news and the inside scoop, or did he just lead you to a store to buy products?
Books. I bought all 3 of his books. Not bad. It's like $40 a piece.
I mean, come on. I mean, the reality is here. At some point, we have to stand our ground. We have to defend ourselves, but we have to think realistic too, man. I mean, unless I see something along. Look, we're gonna know at some point because Donald Trump is gonna speak tomorrow, or so they say.
They said the last 3 days.
Huh?
They said that for the last 3 days. He's going to speak.
No. I mean, he was supposed to speak live, and then it was scheduled and everything on right-wing media, on Newsmax, on a bunch of stations, even Fox News. He never spoke.
Well, he might be playing, that card for a reason.
A lot of people think he's going to resign.
Never.
Did you just fart on yourself?
No, I went.
I mean, that sounds like a fart to me, buddy. Watch out. Whenever somebody tells you he's going to resign or he lost, apparently you're going to shit on yourself.
Yeah.
I'm going to have an interesting guest showing up to my office tomorrow, and he's going to be streaming live with me. Critical thinking veteran. He's coming down, and we're going to... Yeah, we're going to have a nice time. We're going to stream live. We're going to kick the shit. We're going to get a little drunk there while we're streaming. We're going to have a good old time. Just 2 Americans talking shit to a bunch of liberals.
Where's he from?
I believe he's from Texas originally, but I think he was born and raised in North Carolina, then lived in Texas. He's all around. He's an intelligent man. He was in the Navy. He handled he was in a restricted area where they handled the nuclear weapons on the vessels, on U.S. vessels, and he was pretty top of he was in a top position in the Navy. So we're just gonna shoot the shit. He's very upset. I mean, he's upset from both sides. He's on the fence on either side. I mean, he's just, everybody's confused. America's confused. We don't know what to do. I mean, we're at a point here where we're really lost. Americans are lost, and they're cutting all the lines of communications. I mean, this is insane. And I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what the future of this country is, where it's going. But I, for one, am a little scared, and I just hope and pray that that things work out, that good surpasses evil, and again, that whatever you're saying is true. I'm very doubtful of it. I'll stick with my...
You're doubtful of anything unless you hear it on the news or something.
I'm doubtful of anything unless I see the proof.
Of course, I know. It's like I said, it's like God and faith. Do you believe there's a God? Do you know there's a God? No, but you believe in it. You have faith.
That's not the same thing.
It is sort of the same thing.
Faith is in the Bible. This is politics. This is government. This is human beings.
This is humanity. This is not politics. This is good versus evil, you just said.
Okay, listen. I was talking in reference to the people that are involved in this. I wasn't talking about it as this is a spiritual warfare that we're having with these people.
But it really is. You don't understand. It really is.
I don't agree with that either. I don't agree with that either. I think we're battling an evil group of people that are out for themselves. And I mean, but again, I have not yet to see anything that leads me to believe that any insurrection has occurred.
Okay, just say it did. You're saying it's not good versus evil?
If the insurrection occurred?
No, I'm saying, say he signed an insurrection, and he is doing what I stated he's doing. He's in different countries doing different things, taking out different actors, bad actors. Okay,
my question to you is, insurrection, standard strategy of why he set up the executive order that he put in place for the Insurrection Act was if
So that's what
there
you
was
thought it was.
foreign or domestic interference with our elections. That was one of the
Yeah,
things.
but that's what you think it is. That's what you thought it is. It's not that. It's
Okay,
everything. It's the election. That's the reason to bring it out. But it's going after the cabal too.
okay, but my thing is there hasn't been any confirmed sightings of military personnel in Pennsylvania, where you live. There hasn't been any confirmed sightings of military personnel in Arizona, in Georgia, in Wisconsin. I have people on the ground everywhere, man. They haven't seen
I've
one.
seen videos. The guy, he was in what was it? Texas. He was in Texas.
My point exactly. Texas is not even a contested state. You would think that he'd be trying to confiscate these machines that he claims are fraudulent.
I think they already did it.
You think a lot, but you don't back anything up. That's the problem.
I'm just saying. I think they already did that. It's
You're
the
quite.
world now.
I will tell you, you're quite the thinker, but not the fact checker.
I heard that they were in Georgia last week with the military was there. So I don't know if they did every state, every swing state or not, or what. But I know the military is in Texas, and I did hear they were somewhere else. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. All right, here's the video.
I can tell you what Twitter has done in itself is almost an act of war. Censoring a sitting president. Considering that technology has changed, this would be considered, I guess, in the past, this would be considered almost like not allowing a president to get on a news network or not allowing a president to speak on behalf of the American people via rallies or crowds. Like, this is basically Twitter telling them, we're not letting you talk. They're putting a gag order on the sitting president of the United States. And this is a very dangerous precedent to set. This is the perfect antidote to radicalize a lot of people that are being targeted right now. By censoring Parler, you're radicalizing the right, and you're making the right get angrier and angrier and angrier. And then you get to that point where people start reacting on emotion, and that becomes extremely dangerous, especially when the right seems to be the party that has the majority of guns. I'm just saying, for the sake of this country, put a rest to this, put an end to this, and big tech needs to stay the fuck out of politics, and they need to know their role, and they need to be held accountable for everything that they do. Because this cannot go on. They cannot continue to censor people based on their political, based on who they politically support. And this sets a very dangerous precedent for this country. That is my opinion on that. I'm sure a lot of lefties are happy, and they're like, because I see it every single day on my stream. I see it on my chats where they're all going, haha, Donald Trump can't talk anymore. Haha, even celebrities are happy that they took away his Twitter account. This is sad when people think it's okay for them to take a president's platform of speech to the American people. This is really bad. But that being said, it's apparent to me that they're all in on it. Hollywood has brainwashed the left. The left actually thinks that Hollywood is not the elite, that they're not part of that 1%. You're dead wrong. You're following the wrong group of people. You're following the Miley Cyruses. These are the people you're taking, the Whoopi Goldbergs, the Oprah Winfreys. These are the people that you're following. These are the people you think can relate to you? That really want to fight your cause? Whenever you see a celebrity endorsing a presidential candidate, automatically that should be a red flag and you should vote the complete opposite way. Dr. Q, are you still with us?
Yeah.
Or did I lose you in your black hole?
No, they're not. They're not. The one video is not telling me where they're at. The other one was saying that they were at Texas. The other one is not saying it, so I didn't want to get back to you with that.
Exactly. Can't fact check it. It's truth, but no fact checking.
I didn't say that. If I say it's truth, it's truth. But
if you say it's truth, it's not truth. If you say it's truth, all you're saying is a statement. That is all you're fucking saying. Will you stop saying that everything you say is fact and truth? It is not.
I don't. If I say it's fact, it is.
A lot of people have to understand. I put Dr. Q on this show. A lot of people do not like him on the show. I get emails for it. And a lot of people like him. The reason I put him on the show is because I want to show you guys the difference between an extremely interesting person, to say the least, and what a normal Republican American thinks. And I try to let you guys decide for yourselves on what you want to believe. This is what I believe. I believe come January 20th, President-elect Joe Biden will be president of the United States. I believe Donald Trump will not show up to the inauguration. I believe Donald Trump will not concede because he feels like this election was stolen. And I believe, if anything, Donald Trump may, before leaving office, declassify a shit ton of documents that will expose a lot of people. That is pretty much all I see happening. Aside from that, I don't see an insurrection act occurring. I'm not going to continue to spread this false narrative that Dr. Q likes to spread to his friends and to his Q community. Listen, this is a man I know very well. He was extremely confident about a lot of things that I saw him single-handedly be wrong on. So
this is not false. I'm telling you, it's not false.
I hope you listen. Again, I placed a bet because this is a bet I would enjoy losing. I've never bet on something that I would actually be happy to lose the money on. I hope you're right. That being said, guys, we're hitting that 1 hour marker. And I just want everybody to stay positive. The world's not over. We put up with 8 fucking years of Obama. We can handle 4 years of Biden. And then we gotta get our ducks in a row, and we got to really find a good candidate come 2024. I don't think Donald Trump will rerun again for president. I don't think he would. I don't foresee that. He might. His ego might make him go for it, but I don't see it. Guys, have faith in your country. Love your country. Do not be ashamed of who you voted for. Do not be ashamed of what you stand for. Stand proud with your head up high. You have nothing to be ashamed of. And you do not have to worry about telling people that you voted for Trump. Every time somebody asks me what party are you from, or anytime that anybody talks to me about who I like, I say President Trump. I don't care who it is, who I'm talking with, and I don't care if it'll destroy a business deal that I'm working on. I will always speak my truth. I will always stand by what I believe in. And I believe that this country is the greatest country in the world, and that this country has learned from its past and has evolved. And this is the greatest country of our lifetime, of history, as a matter of fact. We are the best republic. That being said, God bless you. God bless your families. And God bless this beautiful country we call America.
America great again.